the goal is to get the turrets for your team, and then whoever has more, it has the little turret thing up here, will, you know, take more hit points. Gangplank is throwing down his ultimate. They will get this kill on the Teemo very easily. And now we've got a 4v3 up top, and Shaco chasing down the enemy Shaco, doing a ton of damage. He throws off the ultimate. He's chasing down Rise. Soraka will be okay, but Shaco's still doing this damage. Rise throws down an exhaust. He flashes. He's going to throw off his dagger, and that'll be a kill there. And then Warwick chasing down Nidalee, but takes too much damage from the turret, and Nidalee is able to pick up that kill. So a 4v3, they just picked up 4 kills for just 1. So definitely in their benefit. And now you see they are 3-1. This is a neutral turret down here. They probably won't be able to take this turret up here because the enemy will respawn and be very fast up here. But they will at least get it to neutral, and he might get it if they're not careful. They actually decided to take this bottom turret rather than defend the top one. And Gangplank's ultimate is down, but one of the benefits for global champions is not only do they tend to have more mobility, like if you have a Pantheon on your team, he has great mobility to be able to jump across the map, but for like Gangplank, he's got his raised morale to kind of give him that movement speed buff and be really aggressive running around the map in fights. But then if his ultimate was up and he sees the entire enemy teams down here taking this turret, he can just throw his ultimate on them, and a single proc from his ultimate, that damage will stop that turret from capturing at all. And Teemo actually going AP Teemo, throws off the Deathfire's Grasp, kills Rise very quickly. They are engaging on top of them. They're going to get Gangplank. They're going to chase down Xin, and I don't see him getting out. He's going to go down as well. Nidalee chasing down Shaco. Shaco puts down the trap, so she will get out. She walks over the health rune to get a little bit more health. They are chasing Nidalee down, and really, Nidalee's very fast. I don't know that Warwick's going to be able to get him. You know, maybe if Warwick ults, they'll be able to pick up the Nidalee kill, and they will pick up the Nidalee kill, but they are wasting a lot of time while Green Team is taking this top turret, and you saw the Gangplank ult. It could have been positioned closer to the turret, so it did stop them from capturing for a second, but he actually missed the top capture, so they were able to capture the turret. Xin is chasing down Gangplank. They do get that kill. They pick up the Rise kill. They're going to have all 5 turrets in a second here. They have both of the inner turrets. And Teemo, I actually didn't consider it, but placing the shrooms near the spawn points, because there's no teleport, I don't believe there's a teleport. You might be able to get teleport, but still, it's a small map. That's really going to slow down the enemy team. They're going to get all 5 capture points here. They're already 240 points ahead. They are going to really pull ahead. The Nidalee Spear misses just barely, but the Shroom is going to pick up that Shaco kill, and Shaco is chasing down Warwick, and they just seem so much more organized than the red team. And so they are really being aggressive, taking all these turrets, and this is going to be a fast win. Shaco running in to try and stop the capture, but unfortunately the capture does go off, and he takes a lot of damage from that turret, and Xin Zhao and Gangplank are able to chase down Shaco for that kill. But Teemo coming up to prevent this capture. He wants to make sure they definitely have a huge advantage, throwing off a lot of damage with the Deathfires and his poison, but he wants to make sure that they don't take his turret. So what Teemo probably could do is place some shrooms for defensive so he can run into them, and then just come out and pepper them with his pit damage. Warwick, unfortunately, does get the ult off, and they do a ton of damage to Teemo. I was a little surprised that they were able to kill him so quickly, but as the enemy said, AP Teemo got baited. But even so, they are up 3 turrets to 0 turrets. This will become a turret, so 3-1. 75 health left on the enemy Nexus. They really need to watch out and get some turrets fast and get this going back in their favor, because this is looking like a close, a very close win for Green Team. Rise is pushing top by himself. He will be able to take this turret most likely. I don't believe anyone's going to get there fast enough. Since it seems that this game is pretty much under reps, while they're kind of running around pushing, I'll go over the items for you for a second. And really you can see there's no lull in the action, it's just constant. Shaco is able to chase down Rise and get that kill. But you see lots of mobility, boots of mobility, Zeal, Yumu's, just lots of ability, or mobility items all over champions. And a good engage, they are able to pick up Shaco, but unfortunately Shaco did kill Warwick, and Nidalee is throwing some damage off. Soraka will go down here. I think they're kind of just wasting the enemy time at this point. They recognize that, you know, in a matter of seconds, in about 15 seconds, this game's going to be over, and the enemy is just going to lose because it's 4-1. So as long as green stalls them, they are going to be able to win this game because red just has no time to capture any points. 10 seconds left. This is going to be game. You know, if it was maybe only one turret to take, then they could maybe stop it. But this is the game, so I will pause it right here. 0, and I guess we can go over the items for a second, so you can kind of see what kind of works well. And again, I said lots of mobility, but some of the things that have really led to this team's success was primarily just their overall strategy. Items, because everyone's getting the same items, there's not really a concept of farming. Yes, there are minions in the map, but you know, you don't really, because you're getting already such a high rate of gold and experience, the minions really provide minimal returns. So it really benefits you to just be moving around the map trying to get lots of kills. So lots of the smaller items are actually really strong because you can pick them up so quickly. That's not to say that, you know, farming for the larger items isn't good, because as you can see, you know, Frozen Mallet, Gangplank probably had Frozen Mallet at around 10 minutes. You know, and that's the kind of items that you're going to be getting because of this huge gold output. But they didn't really get deep into their item builds. We can go over some of the new items. You see Sanguine Blade is kind of like Bloodthirster, but instead of stacking on creeps, it actually stacks with your auto attacks and gives you a little bit of a buff. So it starts off at 60 damage and 15 lifesteal, but it stacks 7 times for an additional 35 damage and 7% lifesteal. So really a great auto attack item, especially if you know that you're tanky enough to get in these long battles, and Warwick knows he has this heal. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out for him that well, but in a 1v1 situation, that would be very strong. Then Entropy is actually, it's kind of like a mini Frozen Mallet. It gives you attack damage, it gives you health, and then it gives you a passive slow and an active slow. So it really is like Frozen Mallet. They didn't really have many of the other items. I was a little surprised. One of the items that I've found is really strong in Dominion and just a lot of fun is, I don't remember what it's called actually. Can I look at the item shop? Oh, awesome, I can look at the item shop. Priscilla's Blessing. So now Priscilla's Blessing will give you some HP regen, which is kind of nice. Does give you a little bit of sustain, but you see the unique passive, plus 15% capture rate. And the entire goal of the map is capture rate. And then you also have the active of increased movement speed. So an active movement speed buff with a great capture rate. I was a little surprised to not see that this game, because it really is just a fantastic item. You can kind of zoom around the map with that active and kind of avoid ganks when they're coming, and then also capture the turrets very fast. But generally you can see a very fast-paced map, and the game went to the more coordinated team, which is green.